car thief.
But it's a lot. It's not just hazing, and it's not just, hey, Toots, get me some tea. This is like sexual harassment, and I mean, like assault. They're literally sometimes scared about the partners that they're with.
Yeah, and the women I spoke to were, a lot of times they would go in pairs everywhere they went. They had to be really careful of their surroundings. One woman was almost raped by her boss, and she was saved by what we call the guardian angels in Atlanta. And these were African Americans who were so disgusted that the police weren't policing their communities, that they weren't vigilantes. That's what they were called. They were trying to help.
Stoppers.
Exactly. And if not for them, her boss would have been raping her. They interrupted that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, it's just they were in the street or something.
Exactly. Yeah, he had her in the car.
Oh, okay. Wow. And even like you talk about veteran cops defecating in their locker,
Yeah.
or on the car that they're going to have to take out,
Or their purses.
I don't remember seeing that on Cagney Lacey.
No, no, they didn't have it that bad, did they?
No, not as bad. But
Well, that was the 80s too. Women in the 80s still had some problems, and women now have problems. So what I really wanted to show was, look, this is how bad it can be if we're not vigilant about these things. And not all men back then were horrible, because honestly, men had all the power, and women couldn't have taken that power unless some men decided to give it up. And that's what happened. A lot of men who were in the police force saw that women could do a good job. They saw the positive changes that women brought to policing. One of them that's very important is de-escalation of violence. Before women were in policing, men would just meet violence with violence because that's what they were trained to do. Women, we're smaller in stature. We can't really do that. Certainly, with a gun and the right baton, you can beat the crap out of somebody. But what women did was they would talk to people. They would de-escalate the situation. They would get them in the car. They would handcuff them, all those things without violence. And from the 1970s to the 1980s, you saw a 90% drop in suspects going to the hospital because women were just not going to be doing that.
And